And welcome in everyone to RedRaiders.com. I am, of course, Zach Long, and we're talking Texas Tech football because that is on everyone's minds right now. The Red Raiders, of course, struggling a bit. 3 straight losses, and of course they open up Big 12 play with losses to Kansas State, Oklahoma State. They're going to try to get it right, though, this week. Dana Holgorsen, familiar face to Lubbock folks, coming into the Hub City with his West Virginia Mountaineers, an improved West Virginia Mountaineers team. So we thought it would be pertinent to ask a few questions, 3 of them to be exact, about Texas Tech football. And I'll do my best to answer them / anger you because that's what I do best on most days. Number one, the thing on everyone's mind right now, will Davis Webb remain the starting quarterback for Texas Tech? As Cliff Kingsbury himself says many times, that's a good question. And it is a very good question. Of course, yesterday, Kingsbury and his staff during the Monday press conference, very supportive of Davis Webb, bluntly saying Davis Webb is our starter. However, co-offensive coordinator Eric Morris also brought up that the mistakes can't continue, and I agree 110%. This team's young right now, and the thing they cannot afford is mistakes, and they are making a wealth of them, and you can't have them from your offensive leader. Davis Webb right now, 10 interceptions among the nation's leaders in that category. Cannot have that. Cannot turn over the ball right now. Texas Tech cannot recover from that, and they darn sure can't recover from 4 of them, which he threw last week against Kansas State. I'm not doubting Davis Webb's talent or his competitiveness. The young man is a warrior, and he battles really hard, and I'm in no position or have any of the background to sit there and criticize his abilities. However, when you look at it, Texas Tech's got to win a football game. They have to find a way to win. They have to find a way to win this week if they're going to be successful. Davis Webb cannot turn the ball over, and at the end of the day, you want to win a football game, you're going to have to find out who can lead your offense. If Davis Webb gets off to a rough start against the Mountaineers, folks, you're going to see Patrick Mahomes. He's going to make mistakes as well, but you have to find out if his ability to run the football and just a different spark leading that offense may be the key for Texas Tech. So this week, I think you'll see it. If you don't see Davis Webb doing well in the first half, you're going to see Patrick Mahomes, and it's not a slight against Davis Webb. It's Texas Tech has to find a way to win a football game. Number 2, where art thou run game? Fantastic question. I know that's a little bit of a sacrilegious comment here at Texas Tech because they don't run the football a lot, but you know what? They've ran it well this year. We saw some great running attacks against Central Arkansas and UTEP, and they also won those games. And I know you can't compare those 2 teams to the Big 12 competition and Arkansas that Tech played afterwards. Tech's got to run the football. 46 yards last week against Kansas State, but when they did run it, they looked successful. They had to abandon it because they were so far behind in the football game they had to throw. But at that point, Bill Snyder and Kansas State knew exactly what Tech was doing, and it played right into their hands. They set back, and they picked off Davis Webb 4 times. Texas Tech has to run the ball to throw the ball. I know, old analogy that thousands of football coaches have used well before my time on earth, but it's the truth. Texas Tech's going to have to run the ball. One of their most experienced units on this team, their offensive line. They have been pretty much a great group all season. You don't see Davis Webb getting hit a lot. You don't see them struggling to run the football when they choose to do it. I'd like to see Texas Tech come out this week and try to run against West Virginia, set up some success, make teams respect that running game, and then you've got the talent with your receivers and quarterbacks to do damage the right way. But this week, let's see Justin Stockton and DeAndre Washington open it up a little bit because, frankly, what do you have to lose? You're going to continue to sit there and make the same mistakes? Let those running backs, let your quarterback have a better time back there, open things up, and see if Texas Tech can get the offense rolling that way. Finally, question number 3. This one has been asked a lot this week because everyone's trying to figure out how bad the dumpster fire is or if we're all just overreacting and freaking out way too much. How many wins does Texas Tech have left? Okay, let's start on the positive side here. Number 1, if you want to go to a bowl game, and that's still a hope for Texas Tech if they can clean some stuff up and figure some things out, but it is a stretch at this point. But you have to beat West Virginia on Saturday in Lubbock. You don't win that game, I just do not see a way that Texas Tech can get to 6 wins. You beat a good West Virginia squad, you get some confidence rolling, you have some moments to build on, which is something they talked about yesterday, and Tech's going to be okay. However, if they continue to play the way they are, I look at the remaining schedule, I got 2 wins for Texas Tech. Kansas, next week, a homecoming game in Lubbock. You have to win that football game. And then I think they can beat Texas at home in the middle of November. I think that is the only 2 wins Texas Tech has left on their schedule playing the way they are. I'm not going to give them a win in Ames. That is a tough place to win, especially November up there against Paul Rhodes and a very tough Cyclones team. Let's hope we're not discussing this concept in a few weeks, folks, because I know all of you pay a lot of money for tickets and, of course, are very supportive of your Red Raiders, and you damn sure don't want to see them win 2 more games and finish with 4 on the year. Not exactly a momentum-building occasion for what should be a rising football program. Hopefully they clean it up against West Virginia this week, and that could propel them to bowl eligibility, which I'm sure you all would like to see. For now, though, I have talked a lot and I am tired of it. I'm going to go take a break. We're going to have a lot more coverage this week, getting you ready for Texas Tech and West Virginia on Saturday, of course, from the lovely Jones AT&T Stadium. For now, though, that is 3 questions. I'm Zach Long, and you're on RedRaiders.com.